Yes. Oh man, I was planning out a sick cascade combo until that happened. What do I do? Might as well use Simi since he's the leader, so it should come sooner. Girls, girls, girls. All teachers have stories. Are there any that you care to tell to us? Have any of your students played with you on co-op not knowing it was you? I mean, how would he know that it was his student, too? Do any of your students play pad? That's also a pretty good question. It, like, rose and fell in popularity in my high school while I was there. I think I was also, like, somewhat well-known for it, which made me feel very, very special. I don't know, because usually people don't know who I am, but... Oops, time reduce. Wow, I didn't even pierce the light one. I'm a math teacher. In all my time, I've only seen one kid who quit after a few months. Aww. I almost suggested, like, offering extra credit to people who played it, but I guess that would not really be appropriate. I don't know, it's kind of interesting to get more people playing pad, or like people who are close to you at least. I talk video games with these kids all the time, and no one plays pad. Yeah, when you think gaming, you don't really think mobile gaming most of the time. Or, yeah, pretty much ever. It's not something people think about. But what's popular with the kids then?
What's popular with the kids?
Mm-hmm. What really sucks is I could connect some stick math to the game too and bring it into the classroom. There's definitely a lot of math involved, but I'm not sure if it's the level of math you're teaching. I think you mentioned something like calculus before. A lot of Dota. Okay. 2% midterm bonus for clearing 8-3. Oh my god, if only my teachers did that, that would be awesome. And COD? I thought COD was like a 10-year-old thing. To be honest. Stop playing games, Ralph. But Mom, Sir Victor said I get extra credit. Damn, this TED grind. Alright, at least we're getting rid of this time debuff, slowly but surely. Only 5 turns left. I remember there's this one teacher I had in high school who was pretty chill, and I like played. Me and a few other friends and I would play pad in his class, and he wouldn't care. I also took naps in his class, and he was just all good with it as long as you did your work. I really like that about him. And if people were being obnoxious during his class, then he wouldn't really do much to punish them, because his logic was just like, you know, it's your loss. You're the one who's going to be paying for it when you can't do stuff. Increased hand-eye coordination and stronger fingers. I wouldn't say stronger fingers. I mean, my fingers certainly don't feel any stronger. The only teacher I knew who played games was my 9th grade science teacher. He played StarCraft. I had this one biology teacher who said something along the lines of, "Oh, I won't be here tomorrow because I'll be sick, cough, cough, but also Destiny is coming out tomorrow, and I might be conveniently sick to play it on its opening day," or something like that. And I was just like, okay. I didn't really like that dude. Or, he was a pretty nice guy, but I did not like him as a biology teacher. It was his first year teaching it on the AP level. and he was just, I don't know. It was really unhelpful, that class. We probably all would have done a lot better, or it would have been a lot better for us if we just self-studied bio instead of attending that stupid class. My physics teacher played WoW. Wow, so smart. AP Bio. No, please. If you see how like everyone floundered in that class, you wouldn't even think it was smart. I mean, I took most of the APs I took, it was due to like peer pressure and stuff. Just because I took them didn't mean I did well in them. I do appreciate the credits that I got for it later, though. That teacher needed to man up and do both. Stay up for the game, then work your regular schedule. Been there, close to it. Yeah, see, Richter knows what's up. Also, this teacher, for one of our assignments, he wanted us to, like, do some kind of project studying a certain kind of biome, I believe. And to start us off with a project, after he assigned us biomes, he gave us, like, a page or something from a paper that he wrote when he was in college, which was, like, actually not that long ago because this teacher was pretty young. But, like, the worst part was the papers that he gave us were actually really bad. Like, they were chock full of typos, and many of the sentences he was repeating himself, and it was, like, just... It just surprised me. I was kind of like, how did you graduate high school? How did you go to college? How are you a teacher now? Yeah, our science department was kind of a mess, thinking back on it. Like, I mean, I think our science Olympiad team was strong, but the teachers themselves, there are maybe, like, 2 legitimate ones, like, good teachers, and the rest were just kind of, like, nutcases. Anyway, I'm glad I'm out of that school now. I may not look it, but I actually did graduate high school.
What?
I'm kidding.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I'm just kidding and saying that I look young, which may or not be true. I don't know. Hi, Angel. He's trying to be hip because kids don't care about school. I guess. I mean, honestly, a lot of his PowerPoints were really shitty, but the best PowerPoint he showed us all year, like the most detailed and like the PowerPoint that he clearly put the most time and effort into, was this extensive presentation on how to best take advantage of your Thanksgiving weekend. And it was like filled with all these strategies, like, oh, here is the recipe of the exact thing you should make for breakfast, and this thing is particularly good because it'll fill you up a lot, and it's like extremely fattening, and can be made in bulk. And you shouldn't eat any lunch because you have to make yourself hungry for dinner. You should also do the dishes early on in the day so that you can get brownie points with your parents and all of your aunts and uncles, and this way later in the day you won't have to do as much work. He had he had diagrams of plates and where to put your food on the plates so that you could get like the maximum benefit. Oh, he's absorbing dark. I don't even need to bother. And this PowerPoint had like animated slides where each click would add more things onto the slide. I know that's not particularly fancy, but none of his other PowerPoints the whole year were like that. Like this PowerPoint was far above anything else of educational material that he taught us. It was kind of amusing, but at the same time, like, bro, like you weren't hired to teach us how to have amazing Thanksgivings. You were hired to teach us AP Bio. Optimal plate setup. Yeah, if I remember correctly, his optimal plate setup was like very small amounts of turkey and a lot of the other side dishes because he said those were like more a part of the Thanksgiving experience or something like that. I don't remember. Watch, you're gonna thank him in the future? Well, I don't remember it anymore, so. Not all teachers are super smart. I mean, there's one thing about like not being super smart, and there's another thing like if you try to ask him questions, and instead of answering the questions, he just asks more questions at you. Or when he fluctuates between a mix of, oh, you should look into the textbook for that, and you shouldn't trust textbooks all the time because then you're blindly trusting things, and that's not like good for you. It was a mess. Also, for most of the year, I could rant about my AP Bio class for ages because that was like by far one of the worst classes I ever took. Poorly structured, poorly thought out, poorly conceptualized. For the whole year, he focused on trying to teach us, or his idea was to teach us concepts, but and he said that's what was important. Then for our final, it was nothing conceptualized at all. It was all rote memorization. He what was it? The final was basically like a bunch of dead animal parts and pictures, diagrams of animals and things like that. And we had to go around and identify all of them and say what class, phyla, etc. they were from based on their characteristics. Which was really, it was nothing that we studied for the AP exam. It was completely separate from that. So it was just total bullshit. I think like everyone failed. I probably got like a 40. I can't remember. Man, that was so bullshit. I feel like there's other crazy short stories I should tell. Oh yeah, he made us have a group project where each group was 12 people. Fucking mess, by the way. And he tried to like create a grading system so that we could grade our group members based on how much stuff that they did. Which is like obviously a bad idea if you think about it. People are just going to blame other members of their group. And having 12 people meet up at once, it's not really possible. He also gave us like a 2-week deadline for this, and it was like ridiculously complicated. Sounds like the more I listen, the more I think this teacher is actually a genius. No. Sounds like your linear algebra professor. He talks about his thesis to get his PhD, then attempts to do examples and gives up and says, never mind. Wait, I'm not done. Wait, there's more. The music is distracting me, but I have to keep it on to like... Oh yeah, so what most of the actual classes were like was we'd get into the room and he would give us these discussion questions that were basically like, the common theme behind most of them was, in biology, there's a rare exception to a well-known rule. Why is this exception an exception? Why is it different from everything else? But the issue was, a lot of people who were in my class were taking biology for the first time, so they didn't even know what the rules were. And he was then asking them to talk about exceptions, which like we didn't know. So it was useless. And during the discussions, people who were trying would just would be going through the textbook trying to read what the hell the rule itself actually was. And others would just sit there confused. The conversation would be dominated by maybe 3 students at maximum. And then at the end of class, he would be like, good discussion, and we'd leave, and the whole class was just totally confused, and we were like, it's not a good discussion because only 3 people are talking. We have no idea what this was about. Another issue is, I mean, this would be okay if you told us ahead of time, oh, we're going to discuss this next class, but he didn't do that. He just, like, the topics, and he didn't even go in the order of the textbook. So some other students who are ambitious tried to read the textbook in order and, like, go through the chapters and read them ahead of time so that they could be more prepared for these discussions. Except he would just skip chapters and then, like, go to, like, a different part of the book, and then you couldn't even be prepared because you didn't know that he was going to skip chapters like that. It was, like, the most impossible thing. The most useless class. Another time, he had us spend, like, half of an entire class period, or really, we were supposed to spend half the class period working on our projects, and the other half, he wanted us to discuss the fundamental difference between MLA and APA formatting. So we were just saying, like, oh, the difference between the 2 formats is, like, in MLA, you order the things in citations like this, and APA, you order it like that. But that wasn't the answer he was looking for. The answer he was looking for was, like, this weird, deep, profound thing behind the logic of organization of these 2 different formats. And because no one was saying it, Like, no one guessed the exact answer he wanted. He was like, oh, like, by the way, if you guys aren't going to debate this correctly, I'm just going to choose the most obscure citation format that I can think of, and then you'll have to use that. And we were like, the fuck, man? So that class period that we were supposed to spend working on our projects was, like, almost completely wasted by discussing the fundamental difference between MLA and APA. Okay, now I think I'm done. That's most of the stories I have from this one bio teacher. Never go this way. My favorite teachers are those that are retiring last year. They just don't give a fuck. I haven't had any like that. At the end of the year, after AP exams, we all had to make a presentation on something politics related, and he just fell asleep through half the presentation. That's beautiful. I didn't say this was my favorite teacher, but my business leadership professor was just so out of it, and everyone beats their way through the test. Oh, that sounds fun. Citations are for scrubs in English, like you. Another story about like after the AP test for my AP calculus class. After the AP test, our teacher just had us do origami, but it wasn't like fun origami and like making cranes and stuff. It was crazy 3D origami where you had to make many of the same pieces and then arrange them into these impossible 3D cube shape, octahedron, tetrahexa something I can't pronounce. I had to do origami for my AP Calc class after the AP test.
Why?
Because that's what our teacher decided we should do.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, she actually gave us like examples of things that we had to make. Like she gave us pictures of like, oh, you have to make these things, and then we had to go up to her desk and show her that we made it for a grade. And I was just like, but on the bright side, she also played movies sometimes if we asked. She was kind of funny, but in the way like she wasn't trying to be funny. Because she was like Chinese, so the things she would say sometimes were amusing unintentionally. Extra credit, bro? What's extra credit? Laughing at her, not with her. Ouch. Alright, I think someone requested this song long ago, and it's high time that I played it, so here we go. Oh no, it wasn't extra credit, it was like, I think it was like grade credit, which was awful for scrubs like me who were not that good at origami. Well, it's actually pretty good. Pretty voice. Well, not quite pretty, but it's interesting, and it doesn't annoy me, which is a feat for female voices. So my cat comes over to say hi, sit for Hugh, and then just as she's leaving, she destroys your whole area with a fart. Aw, damn it. Yo, show us cat pics though. I wanna see. I love cats. Also, it's your turn, so hope you don't time out. Or even if you do, we're definitely gonna survive, so it's fine. Wait, did he just say I am a cat?
Okay.
I have to rewind that. He said I'm a cat. Literally same. Same. Oh, here we go, boys. Ooh, that was a pretty good combo, I think. Pew 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 pew. Oh, fuck! Look at this! Why do I keep fucking getting Noah draw? This is honestly A tragedy. Did I deeply inhale? She's actually the voice actor for the lead of the show. Oh, interesting. Like your 5th Noja in a row? Literally same. I've been dying to Noja constantly in one shot. I finally beat Noja. And then earlier when I ran A3 I got Noja, and here we are again with another fucking Noja. I mean, I would ask you exactly how much we can do with Dathena before Noja nullifies, but you probably don't even know because this isn't exactly straight Dathena, it's Dathena with Sima. Oh, she's absorbing the exact colors that we need. Alright, whatever. Oh, you got Gaidra? Yeah. I used to be intimidated by like every single radar, but I've eventually learned to just simply hate Noja with fiery passion. Heritage a bit scary too. Extra, the rest are all okay, I guess. It's those luscious locks that keep you coming back. Do you mean like the weird brown extensions of weird scale fin gill things he has?
Who?
Noja.
Oh.
I finished while you were still in the middle of a run, so I entered a but I did wake up, so we can run a lot now. Yeah, I'm on Noja. We should be ending soon, either by death or by killing. I don't know our damage perfectly, but I don't think it matters much. We'll get one big hit, then pop gemstone, and we can kill in 2 turns easily. At least in theory. It takes a draw to Noja? I'm not sure what that means. So, I think you were attempting a joke, but it failed, so. These are interesting latents.
Very interesting.
They're interesting latents. Someone explain this pun to me because I'm dumb and I don't get it.
What is?
It takes a draw to know a draw. Oh. Oh! 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 I get it now. Sorry, I'm really slow. Richter, are you there? I guess you're just planning on another combo. Oh god, ooh, that was really fucking good.
Oh, you get evil gold now. Okay.
From where?
Awakening material selection.
I'm just screenshot my damage and cry. Oh fuck! I defeated Noja twice in a row! Am I alive? I'm probably not alive. Holy
What?
shit.
You're so good at this game!
Ah! Nice, Sue. Get the fuck out of this fucker. Oh, 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 oh. Pew, pew. Nice. God, that feels so good. We did it, fam. Well, not perfect, but I really couldn't give a fuck at this point. Cue the fuck out of this shit. Oh my god. Thanks for the run. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for one.
Wanna go?